The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And the Washington 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Touchdown, Washington. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board. Yeah,
we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's complete to Drake. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So that one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Check, 21.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he rifles one incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
56 the month, boys. 56. 56. 56 is the month.
From the gun, Murray forced out to his left. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
At the 27-yard line.
First down, Murray. To the catch made by Hopkins. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on second down. Murray escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Here's Haskins out of the gun. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Haskins pass intercepted. They'll take over first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles.
It's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff team. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
6.
Second and 4. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for the Washington leader in receiving yards a year ago. Good for a first down. Now Haskins on first down, eluding the pressure right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Dwayne Haskins.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Drake. He'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play fake. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
2nd and 12.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Operating from the gun. Murray, flush to his right. He finds Hopkins complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On play action, it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 14. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches.
Running from the shotgun with Dre. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Washington 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Antonio Gibson on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard gain on the play.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studio. Halftime report. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
28-6.
Makes the score Cardinals 28. Washington.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Catch is made by Hurd. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
To Steven Sims.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 67 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 75 yards. And the Cardinals add on. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Washington.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. From the gun, Haskins looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Haskins will throw. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out. And Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, Washington 13.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking, because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, a season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ball game.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 55. 55. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
49-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cards continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of running.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Gibson on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Washington first down.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Now a second down and 6. Now Haskins to throw it. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
.31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
29-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He starts by handing this off to Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down at the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend.
To 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game,
They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now on first down, Drake again. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Today's final score, Cardinals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with